My name is Mary Deacon, and I was born April 8, 1939, at Railroad City, across from Holy Cross, at the mouth of the Anoka River. I was given away in cultural adoption to my blood father's niece, Lucy Charlie, at the age of 3 months old, with no paper signed here. You take care of the baby, we can't. My adopted dad was Antone Charlie. From my birthplace, I went up the Anoka River to Holkachuk. It's a winding river. Sloughs where you can fish and hunt ducks and geese. You'd see all these nature. Holkachuk, that's where I was raised. My first memories was of being in fish camp. We go from Holkachuk to the Yukon to fish during the summertime. Everything looked green, like I'd see the trees, leaves moving. I'd blink my eye and I'd see lots of red things hanging up, and that was fish my mom and dad caught. I had another recollection of being in the fall camp. I was in a tent when I first started learning how to walk, and I'd trip trying to walk over the spruce bough. They were down on the floor of the tent, so you wouldn't feel that cold ground. And the needles would poke my hand, they'd hurt. And then it was winter time, trapping season, gathering fur, gathering food. My adopted mom, she would make sure I was warm because I would be wrapping this blanket, and they would have safety pins here, there, to hold the blanket together. She's always there because I'd feel so loved being cuddled. I know I'm the God's hand because He gave me to people that never drank. In the morning they would get up and be working all day, gathering things, wood, water, fish, meat. And my dad would say, "That's enough, we leave them alone till next year. So we'll have more food." So they had their own game warden. They had their own fishing game. My dad, he said, "We have to not up there. You can't see him, but he's there. He's watching you all the time. You never hide from him. He knows what you're doing wrong. He knows when you need things." My dad said, and not it would help you in life. Later on, my mom told me who my natural parents were. I was about 4. They brought me to Holy Cross and go through that slough on the railroad city side. And we went to this house, and there was a lady there my mother greeted. And Mother always told me, be quiet when we go to somebody's house. Don't move. Be respectful. And I wanted to go out so much, I leaned on her, hoping she would get up and we'd go out. But she whispered, "That's your mom." She pointed at that lady. I looked at that lady, watching her move around. I turned around and looked at my mom. I say, "That's not my mom. You're my mom." And she'd say, "Shh." That's how I was introduced to my mother, my blood mother. And later on, I was introduced to my blood father. I felt I didn't want to have nothing to do with them. I kind of, I didn't say anything, but I shut them away, like put them in a box. And then later on, my adopted mother told me, "You were the best present we were ever given." It made me felt good. It made me felt appreciated, loved, and cared for. BIA want all the children to come in so we can start school. And there was a building with chairs, desks. It was just an open space. There's a teacher there teaching ABC. I got that really fast, and they taught me how to spell my mom's name, Lucy. I used to go around and sing, L-U-C-Y, Mom, L-U-C-Y, Mom. But my mother said, "Call me Mom, not L-U-C-Y." And Catherine and Lina would get a big kick out of it. They were my mom's stepchildren. So here we all were, the whole village, children going to the school. 1st grade to the 8th grade. Going to school was another experience that was kind of a mystery to me. One day I got into trouble, or trouble found me. I ended up pregnant, and I had to quit school. And I wanted to tell my mom and dad about what happened so bad. The person that did it got away free. But when I had my baby, My mom and dad told me, see that baby, you're going to take care of the baby. That's your responsibility. You're going to make sure she's taken care of. That's our grandchild. We're going to be in the background. If you need help, we'll help. But the responsibility is on you. To teach her, take care of her, love her. And they did love my child. Later on, I got into marriage with Mountain Deacon and started having my children. My husband was supposed to provide for the family, but mainly he would be going like to advocacy, Holy Cross, be off in his boat or with his dog team. And it seems like he was never there for us. So me and my brother, Donald Charlie, we took care of my family. He taught me how to hunt. He taught me how to walk in snowshoes, go in a boat, set a fish net. We'd cut wood, haul water, and cook for 17 dogs out in the yard, including my family. Washing clothes over washboard and hanging them up to dry. Me and my brother did everything together. It was continuous. But I enjoyed it. I learned a lot on responsibility, respect, and appreciating my family, my children being with me. There was a position open for a health aide. I was asked by the elders, apply for that job. You need to support your family. So I did, and I got it. And a position came open for State Social Worker Associate, Division of Family and Youth Services. And there was 7 applicants. And we were interviewed by people from Juneau, Bethel, and 3 from the village. And so I'd tell them what I thought, you know, how things are supposed to be taken care of. And I figure, never mind, I'll never get it. I already have a job. And 3 weeks later, they said, you're hired. I thought about it. And I thought about being away from my children. So I hooked my husband. I told him, you're going to be taking care of our children. It's your turn. I'm going to bring in the money, and I'm going to hold you responsible if anything happened to them. Boy, that really woke him up, and he took care of them. I was only at the basket woman among 17 men. And of course, I never shut up. When I want to bring something across, I'd say it. And one of our lessons was Native children are taken away, moved down lower 48. where they don't have no family. Lost children. I felt so bad. I got 17 of us in a group. I said, we're going to have to stop that. And out of that came ECWA. We said, no more, you're going to take our kids, place them where they don't have no family. They're looking at the village. But the village need to get together and find good, loving home, responsible parents for these children. Our kids that came back from down lower 48 commit suicide. That's what I call lost people. And it really hurt me. I feel for them when they could have been here with us, leading our people. Mom and Dad were there looking over my shoulder to make sure I took care of my kids. I had 2 girls and 4 boys, 6. When I lost my 7th child, there was flu going around and I caught it. In my 7th month, I went into labor. And they brought me to the plane, and when I got to Bethel, the baby had died, suffocated. They got it to where they could pull the baby out, and it tore my inside. I bled, and I didn't know I died. I knew I wanted a stairway. I floated, and I went to this door, and as far as you could see, there was a bright light out there. And I looked out there. I know my baby was there. I wanted to find my baby. As far as I could see, it's never-ending light, yellow. Come to this day, I look at colors, none compared to the color I saw. And I lift up my leg to step over the threshold, and I felt a hand. They said, no, you can't go in. Who will take care of your other children if you go in down there? When they said down there, I turned to my left, and all I saw was black. And then I woke up, and I hear my doctor gasp. She came back, and there was a live blood donor. He was there, and I saw this blood going into my vein. And I felt that weight pulling me down, pushing me on the bed. I was just like on nails. You never know how much gravity we're carrying to be down here on the world. That's my life's history right there. And right now, my main desire is for we elders have to teach our children. Treat others as you would want them to treat you. Look after each other. Main thing is be responsible. And my great-grandchildren, I thank the Lord every day for them because they'd come in, "Great Grandma, where are you?" I'd say, "I'm over here. I come to give you a hug." They'd all come and give me a hug.